Hello and welcome to this tutorial. I'm going to show you how to do the code for the buzz wire game. This could be applicable for junior cycle computers, TY computers, or indeed leaving cert computer science. So we are in makecode.microbit. We click on new project and we call it the buzz wire game and we hit create. Just to give you a little brief background, all of our blocks in the middle here are color coordinated. We have some advanced blocks if we click on the advanced button, and we're going to get started with setting up our lives, following our algorithm. So we're going to set up a variable, make a variable called lives. This is the number of chances you have in a game or lives you have. We're going to set lives equal to 3, and we're going to display the number of lives. So show number lives. So now we have set our lives equal to 3 and we're showing our number of lives on our microbit, and here's our simulation here to say that we have 3 lives. Now, going with our pseudocode and with our algorithm, our flowchart, we have while the lives is greater than 0. So I'm going to pop into loops and look for a while loop. I'm going to use a while loop here, so I'm going to pop that into forever and I'm going to change it to true. So while true, I'm going to go into logic and get one of my expressions, my comparison expressions here, and I'm going to use the second one. So while I'm looking for my variable lives. So while my lives, make sure it goes into the right place, while my lives is greater than 0, I'm playing my game. And if my copper wire is pressed, so if the course is pressed with the handle, then we're going to take away a life and we're going to play a music. So I'm going to go to my logic and I'm looking for an if loop. So if I'm going to go look for an input, and under inputs it's pin, this one here, if pin 0 is pressed, I'm going to leave it at pin 0 because that's the way I'm going to wire it. If you are using a different pin, you can change the pin numbers in here, but I'm happy with pin 0. So if pin 0 is pressed, then they've hit the wire. I'm going to change it, so it's going to be change lives by, instead of adding on 1, I'm going to take away 1, so change lives by -1. Every time they do that, I'm going to play a little music, say this one here. You can change the tone if you want to whatever it is you want. If you want to be high pitched every time they hit it, I'm going to go for the low one. So play that tone, and I might add in something in here, show icon X. So every time they hit it, the microbit then displays the X. It plays a tone and it changes the lives by -1. Other than that, if my lives are not greater than 0, they must be equal to 0, then my game is over. So I can pop in a little show icon in here and I can pick whatever icon I want to be displayed when my game is over. So maybe this little skull, and I might play a melody then when it's over. I'm going to use the gallery and you can decide so pick whichever melody you want and then show the string game over. So there you have it. That's following my algorithm. While my lives are greater than 0, if pin 0 is pressed, so if it makes a complete circuit, then change lives by -1. Play the tone for 1 beat just to indicate that to the user that they have hit the copper wire. Show the icon X, it also is another way of showing them that they've made a mistake. And when your lives are at 0, show the icon skull, play the melody, and show the string game over. This is the code for the buzz wire game. The final thing to do is to download that code onto your Microbit. Make sure you have your Microbit plugged in, you connect your device, and then you hit the download button. So how do we wire the buzz wire game? First of all, I have just wrapped some copper wire around the lollipop stick, very simply. Just leave one end of it open because you're going to attach that to one of the crocodile clips in a moment, and make sure you have a nice circle at the top. Next, I have here my Microbit, pin 0 and ground. So I've downloaded my code onto my Microbit. I have attached the red crocodile clip to pin 0 and the black crocodile clip to ground, as shown. I am now going to attach the end of my lollipop stick, the copper wire, to the black end of the wire. So I'm just going to make sure that it wraps around, makes a good connection, because as you know, if it doesn't make a connection, it won't buzz and the game won't work. So make sure you really get a good grip with your crocodile clip. You might even just wrap it around like so. And even if you wanted this to last, you would put some tape on that so that you have the nice handle for your user. So just wrap it up in just a little bit of tape. That's one end. The other end has to go onto our course. So we have a cardboard box and some more copper wire. So you're going to pop this in here. You're going to bend it to make the route as difficult or as easy as you wish. Okay, you make the bends, and you're going to pop it in to your cardboard box. So I'm just going to punch a hole with scissors. And pop it through on one end. You might need some wire, some tape to secure it. And then the other end, you have to now loop through your little handle before you secure it. Into your box. Now, the final thing to do is to connect this to our course with our red crocodile clip. So we have our black one attached on here. Now the red crocodile clip, which is going back to pin 0, gets connected here. Now if we play our game, I'm already losing. If I reset it, my Microbit, if I try and play my game, if I hit it, so if I'm going to hit it now, you can hear it buzzing and my lives reducing. And it buzzes again and again, and now my game is over.